Yo, it's DC, man, with the Chalk Talk podcast. And before I start this video, man, I want to wish everybody a happy holidays, man. Happy New Year's and a Merry Christmas. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube. Follow the Instagram and follow the TikTok, man, and run us up, man. Thank you for all the support and just tapping in, man. Let's get into it. So we got the locker room showdown, man. This was 2018. Yep, this was 2018. If y'all been to Boise State, man, y'all know spring ball always start in March. You know what I'm saying? We come back from the season, we got the winter workouts in January, February, and we start spring ball in March. And I remember they used to always tell us, like, spring ball, that's where it get messy at. That's where it get lit, get cracking. So I remember it was always something. And I mean, what they said from my experience at Boise State, man, it was definitely true because in the springtime, there was either always somebody getting cut, leaving, transferring, coaches getting fired, coaches quitting, fights. You feel me? It was fights anyway, during season, during spring season, any season we had where we had to compete and go against each other, man, it was always a fight. So, like I said, man, we about to get into it. So, this was spring ball 2018, man. And I want to say this was like our first scrimmage on the blue. And, it was just one of those days, bro, where everybody was getting into it. Coaches was getting into it with coaches, players getting into it with coaches, players getting into it with players. It was lit. The whole practice was lit. So, boom, we had Coach Harsin. Shout out Harsin, man. Harsh used to have these periods we had where it was like open field scrimmage, short yardage, goal line, backed up. And this particular part, it was a goal line scrimmage. It was a goal line segment of the scrimmage, not goal line scrimmage, excuse me. So, boom. I remember Coach Avalos at the time, he was our D coordinator. He wasn't the head coach yet. Him and Chase Blakey, they was getting into it on the field. So I remember we was watching them and little shit like that. They going back and forth. And boom, I remember they was going back and forth. So everybody was telling each other, like, look at Av and Chase, look at Av and Chase. So they was going back and forth. Chase was talking shit to Av was talking shit back to Chase. And I want to say at the time I was still playing offense. And I think the offense, I want to say, I'm not sure, but I think the offense had got the best of the defense that day. So I remember this particular play, man. I don't remember who the quarterback was, but I remember Chase was on the field. I want to say Curtis or Jabril was on the field. I don't know. But I remember they did like a tight end pop. So said go quarterback fake the handoff and he throw the ball to the tight end over the line of scrimmage. Boom. So yeah, he throw the ball. Boom. Chase Blakey catch the ball right, and he scored a touchdown. Not only does he score the touchdown, he throw the ball at Avalos and hit him in the face. Bow. So when he did that, I'm like, ooh, shit, boy. Like, y'all see that? So when he did that, he turned around and run back to the huddle. Boom, boom, like fake, like a drive-by, like a hit and run. Boom.
Oh, that was so close. Punch in the face at the last second. Look at all these people punching.
So when he turned around, Av walking up. They get to going. Now they going. Like I think they was in each other's face and shit. So,
Let's go. Hey, let's go right now. Come on.
Motherfucker, you can't even fucking throw quick game.
Yeah, you fucking
You talk
sorry.
too goddamn much.
Watch out.
Sorry, motherfucker. I wouldn't lose with these motherfuckers.
Yeah, okay.
I'm sorry, ass bitch.
Sit right here with the mic.
This motherfucker's weak, homie.
Yeah, okay.
You weak.
So I'm like, ooh. I'm like, oh, it's getting real. So after that, Av was a coach, so he couldn't really, it wasn't much he could do. You know what I'm saying? Like, he could only do so much. So, Av played chess. Shout out Av, man. Coach Av played chess with this one. He had put a hit out on Chase. He put a hit out on Chase, man. everywhere he went, he sending somebody. He gonna send Jabril over there. He gonna send Curtis over there. Shout out Kurt, man, my boy Curtis. So he had sent Curtis over there the next play, and Av so mad he not even locked in the scrimmage no more. He worried about them two, so he all on Curtis on his back. So Curtis lined up over Chase. He got his hands up like he about to, he got his hands up like this at DN, and he was all up on Curtis, like, fuck him up, Curtis. You better fuck him up. And I remember Chase was just sitting there, and they hiked the ball, said go, boom. So everybody watching Chase and Curtis, so they stand each other up. Said go, they go head up. Pow. And I think Curtis had his hands in Chase's face mask. Chase wasn't backing down. So fast forward, and the scrimmage over, and this where it kind of get tricky at. So after the scrimmage, I ran to the locker room, and when I get there, I'm getting, ready to go home. I'm changing, and I remember I start hearing hella commotion at the door. So I'm looking, and I remember I'm hearing Jabril screaming, ah, ah, he doing the most. You feel me? He tripping. I'm gonna kill you. I'm gonna beat your ass. So I'm looking like, shit like that was always funny to me. So I'm like, I'm laughing. I'm like, what's going on? So I remember hearing all the whispers in the locker room, and they was like, Chase socked Jabril in the face. So I'm like, what happened? And they was like, yeah, but they was like, Jabril just got socked in the face by Chase Blakely. So, the way Jabril was screaming, I'm looking at Chase like, oh, like, he about to get you, Chase. So, and I'm gonna give Chase his flowers, bro. Chase wasn't backing down. Chase wasn't scared. If anything, Chase was on some shit like, yeah, I did it. Like, what? And I was amazed because I'm like, boy, the way Jabril looked and how calm and poised Chase was, it's like, oh, shit. So, Jabril, in my opinion, bro, Jabril was causing the scene, doing the most, hella extra. So, all the coaches and players, they grabbing on Jabril, they grabbing him, they holding him back from Chase like he was going to do something to Chase. So, I remember Curtis had came in there. And Curtis was a ride or die friend, so Jabril was Curtis' boy, like that was his brother type shit. So I remember Curtis started trying to get the Chase, bro. Curtis tried to get the Chase, and I remember all the players and coaches was trying to hold Curtis back, and he seen Chase.
For the thousands in attendance and the millions watching around the world on HBO pay-per-view. Ladies and gentlemen, from Mandalay Bay, Las Vegas, let's get ready to rumble!
Man, that boy charged and ran and got Chase ass. So when he run the chase, he started throwing punches. Boom, 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 boom. Mind y'all, these is two big dudes. Chase probably 6'5", 220. Curtis like 6'5", 6'4", 230, 240. These is big dudes. So this like battle with the heavyweights. So Curtis run up on Chase Blakely. They hitting. Boom, 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 boom. They going blow for blow. They going blow for blow, y'all. Like really fighting. This shit look like Tyson Fury versus Deontay Wilder. So they going boom, 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 boom. They going in the locker room. They fighting one-on-one. So the funny part, bro, it was a fight. Usually when it was stuff like that happening, you would think y'all teammates like break it up. Don't let them fight. Man, when Curtis charged that Chase, everybody moved back like out the way. So they going boom, 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 boom. They fighting hard. I'm talking about two big dudes, heavyweight championship. Hey, so they fighting, and they was going, but it was fake week too because the coaches wasn't trying to let them fight at the same time. Like coaches start coming, and they was trying to break it up, but it was too late. So coaches were kind of like coming in between them, but they were still going. Bow, bow, bow. So they going, they fighting. And I remember Curtis sat Chase down on his ass on it. Bro, they was fighting, bro, and Chase got sat down by Curtis. Like on our lockers, we had like these soft benches where we used to sit at. And I remember Curtis sat Chase down. Boom, boom. So when he sat him down, I ain't gonna lie though, Chase was still fighting. He going. He he ain't backing down. He's still going. So when he fighting, he sit down. Curtis grabbed Chase like this. Curtis grabbed Chase like by his shirt or by his hair or some shit. And I remember Curtis started kicking Chase all upside his head. Boom, boom, boom. Chase was blocking him, but I think he caught Chase at the end with a kick and he hit him in his nose or something. And I remember they finally like broke it up or whatever. And I remember they separated them. And Curtis, he was tripping and Chase got up and his nose was bleeding like a little bit. Like a little, it was regular. But I'm like, damn. And this right here, this part tripped me out. Because me and Curtis had ended up living together a year later. And I remember me and him never really talked about what happened. I remember I asked him like, we was two jokesters, bro. We was two funny dudes living together. We just used to have fun on some funny shit. So I remember I asked him like, I'm like, why you end up fighting Chase? Like, why did y'all fight? He was like, oh, he hit Jabril. And I was thinking about it like, you fought Chase and got suspended from practice. And Jabril did all that screaming and hollering and Jabril didn't do nothing. I'm talking about nothing. He watched him fight. And I was in my head, I'm like, you fought him for your friend, and he ain't even punch him. He ain't throw one punch. He ain't spit on him, punch him, kick him, nothing. He just sat there and watched. And it was so funny because the way Jabril was screaming and hollering, y'all would have thought he shot Jabril or something, or punched Jabril or beat him up before. Jabril did it. He went in there and did all that screaming and hooting and hollering and ain't do nothing. And it was so crazy, bro, because Curtis stepped up and did all that fighting. Curtis was fighting hard. Like, they both was. Chase was too. But it's like, damn, bro, like, you would have thought I was raised like this, bro. If you wasn't finna do nothing, you don't got no business making no noise, saying nothing. Don't even open your mouth. And Jabril came in there. You would have thought Jabril would have came in there and shot Chase the way he was acting, screaming and causing all that big ass scene and commotion. He ain't do one nothing. He ain't do shit. But yeah, man, we gonna wrap that up. Quick little story time for y'all, man. Make sure y'all like, comment, subscribe to the YouTube, follow the Instagram, TikTok, and keep tapping in, man.